Hey guys, my name is Luke Ripa and welcome back to a new episode of Luke Ripa Collection here on Wikos. Today we're going to take a look at a special edition from Arrow Video, more specifically a 4K limited edition of a movie that is something of a cult for my generation. I'm a millennial, and personally speaking, it's a childhood classic of mine. The movie I'm talking about is The Mask, directed by Chuck Russell. This is an action comedy classic from 1994, starring Jim Carrey in one of his three 1994 movies. The other two were Ace Ventura: Pet Detective and Dumb and Dumber. Personally, I think this is the most important one among the three because it plays two roles, essentially the one of Stanley Ipkiss, which is pretty much dramatic, and the one when he is the mask, which has a lunatic comedic tone. And I think this one was, again, very important because by playing the two roles, Jim Carrey was allowed to showcase his potential on both sides, and I truly believe this is the movie out of the three that cemented Jim as the actor that everyone knows today. Anyways, without further ado, let's go open this Arrow Video limited edition on the table, shall we? So here is the front. As you can see, this is the classic poster of the movie. It's the same cover as the VHS copy my mother got me back in the late 90s. I was obsessed with this movie when it was airing on TV, so she eventually caved in and bought me a home video copy of it. Anyways, we have Jim Carrey in the mask makeup with his yellow suit, his name, the movie title, Arrow Video logo, UK censorship, and a 4K Ultra HD sticker over here. This is the spine. We have Arrow Video logo, the title, and the Warner Brothers logo over here, and same here. Worth noting that while this is a New Line Cinema production and thus now is a Warner Brothers movie, when this movie was made, the New Line Cinema was completely independent. So it is one of the most successful and most ambitious independent movies ever made. Okay, let's turn it around, and we have the usual line of text from Arrow Video, which talks about the movie, tells us about the restoration and the content. It is presented in Dolby Vision, HDR10 compatible. We have the original DTS HD Master Audio 5.1, a lossless stereo audio, and a brand new Dolby Atmos mix. Optional English subtitles for deaf and hard of hearing, plus a bunch of commentary, archival commentary mostly, a lot of featurettes, and included a plethora of extra goodies inside this package. So, without further ado, let's open it up. Okay, so this is a slipcover, as you can see. We have something slipping, and let's take out the cardboard. Oh, okay, let's put it here. And here is the cardboard behind it. We have a giant M with the main poster inside, spine as usual, the title, and behind we have the mask, the actual mask. Pretty cool. Let's take a look at inside. Okay, so first we have the Amare, and let's put it here. It's the last thing we're gonna see. And here is the booklet with the cover of Edge City Tribune. And Bombshell explodes a Coco-Bongo. Masked madman unleashes mayhem on nightclub, and we have Cameron Diaz here. This is the first movie featuring Cameron Diaz, by the way, and I'm sorry if it's gonna come off weird, but she's very hot in this movie. Okay, let's open it up. Table of contents, as here you have Jim Carrey and Cameron Diaz. Cast and crew: Masks of Dreams, Masks of Nightmares by Alexandra Heller Nicholas. Original production notes and about presentation production credits. Okay, cast and crew: Jim Carrey as Stanley Ipkiss, The Mask. Cameron Diaz as Tina Carlisle. Peter Reger as Lieutenant Mitch Calloway. Peter Greene as Dorian. Amy Yazbek as Peckin Brandt. Richard Jenny as Charlie Schumacher. Orest Matassina as Nico, and Max, the dog, as Milo. It's directed by Chuck Russell, screenplay by Mark Werb, story by Michael Fenton and Mark Verheiden, produced by Bob Egerman, executive producer Mike Richardson, Chuck Russell, and Michael DeLuca, associate producer Carla Fry, director of photography John R. Leonetti, production designer Craig Stearns, edited by Arthur Corburn, music by Randy Edelman, costume designer Han Nguyen, Music supervisor Bonnie Greenberg, special visual effects and animation by Industrial Light and Magic. Here is an essay about the movie, Masks of Nightmares by Alexandra Heller-Nicholas. The paging is incredible, by the way, very colorful, with a bunch of film movie stills, of course. Again, really great movie, really important, especially for those of my generation. The masks we wear, really funny. Cameron Diaz here, and other masks here. The Cuban pit scene, which is hilarious. Original production notes, which talks about the production. Oh, the makeup process with Jim Carrey, really interesting. Production tests, or screen tests, or costume tests, depends on how we see it. But the cast, Cameron Diaz on her debut. Really interesting booklet about the filmmaker, Charles Russell. And this is really a cult classic, man, about the special effects from ILM. And here about the presentation, which is probably what most people are interested about. The mask has been restored by Arrow Films and is presented in its original aspect ratio of 1:85:1 with 5.1 and stereo audio plus a new Dolby Atmos mix exclusive to the HD presentation. The film is presented in 4K resolution HDR10 and Dolby Atmos. The original 35mm camera negative was scanned in 4K 16-bit resolution and Warner Brothers motion picture imaging. The film was restored in 4K resolution and color graded and Dupli-Tech. The Dolby Atmos mix was produced by Deluxe. All materials sourced for this new master were made available by Warner Brothers. Quality control review was completed by Pixelogic. This new master of the mask was reviewed and approved by director Chuck Russell. And then we have restoration credits, production credits, and special thanks. Okay, really great booklet. Let's put it here. Here we have a double-sided poster, if I'm not mistaken, which is again the classic poster. Oh, okay. Classic poster. Okay. Too small, and an alternative poster, which was also a theatrical one, by the way, if I'm not mistaken. I mean, I was one when this movie released in theater, so I'm not sure. Okay, let's put this here with a cardboard box, and here is the main attraction. Okay, so the 4K disc. Same details as behind the slipcover. So let's open it up. So we have more memorabilia. So these are production stills, I suppose. Okay, so behind each of them there is another poster, sort of. Cuban Pete. Na-na-na-na-na-na. Na-na-na. Chicky-boom, chicky-boom, chicky-boom. Pum-pum-pum. Cameron Diaz, Peggy and Stanley's friend. Once more from our video, and you can become a member. I am a member, and I think... Okay, so there is an advertising for Excalibur, which I don't think it's already released from Arrow Video, but it's long rumored, so I guess it's coming at this point. Okay, let's put it here. And as you can see, this is only the 4K version. The 4K disc of the movie, and here is the disc. Classic poster on it, usual, and nothing behind. But we have a alternative cover, which is this, which is probably what I'm gonna put so to create a mismatch with the main slip cover over here. Dun, 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 dun. Chicky-boom, chicky-boom, chicky-boom. I am Cuban Pete. Okay, there you go. So here is the new one. Let's put everything back, of course. Oh, sorry, Deadpool. So here it is, The Mask Arrow Video Limited 4K edition. This is again a cult classic of mine. To me, it's still the most important, professionally speaking, Jim Carrey movie from 1994, although of course Dumb and Dumber must be considered very important as it is one of the American comedy classics of all time. But this one again, given the double role for Jim Carrey, it allowed Jim to showcase more of his acting abilities, more than the other two, the third being Ace Ventura: Pet Detective, still from New Line Cinema by the way. And it ended up being a cult classic because, again, it was so unique. It's a perfect action comedy. It's worth noting also, though, that I read the Mask comic from Dark Horse Comics. This is not really a one-to-one adaptation. The movie is way easier than the comic book. The comic book is absolutely uber violent, and that's kind of the point of the comic. The idea that the Mask actually exaggerates someone's personality is there, but Stanley Ipkiss in the movie isn't nearly the one that is in the comic. In the comic, he's very depressed, he's very much of a loser. It doesn't end well once he put on the mask because he wants to take revenge on the world, and he does it in the worst ways possible. While here, it's just someone who doesn't have the life the way he wants it, but is also not all that discontent with it. But the Mask basically enhances the parts of Jim Carrey's Stanley Ipkiss that the real Stanley wouldn't unleash. Anyways, this is it for this video. Did you watch The Mask? What did you think about it? Let me know down in the comments. Of course, down you will find a link to buy this movie. Probably I will try to give you an Amazon Italy link, otherwise I'm just gonna give you my personal referral Arrow Video link so that maybe you can buy it directly from them. But anyway, if you like this video, be sure to leave a like, subscribe and or follow Wikos on all social media. We are on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, X and Twitch. And if you're Italian, every Tuesday at 7 AM we release our podcast, the Wikos Podcast, where we talk about movies and TV shows and sometimes gaming and tech. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. My name is Luke Ripa and I'll see you next time. Okay.